This podcast is intended for mature audiences only. We explore topics surrounding sexuality, intimate relationships, and related subjects in an open and candid manner. Please be advised that we are not licensed marriage or sex therapists, and the content shared here is for entertainment and informational purposes only. If you are under 18 years of age or prefer not to engage with discussions about sex, relationships, or mature language, we strongly recommend that you refrain from listening further. However, if you are of legal age and comfortable with this content, we invite you to settle in and enjoy the show.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Beyond Monogamy. I'm Adam.
And I'm Pris.
And today we are talking about something that may not affect all of you, but something that may affect many of you, and that's swinging while raising a family.
Yes,
It's something that we've been asked about a lot because we, as some of you may know, we have a lot of kids.
we do.
We do. And
Yeah.
we've been in this journey for almost 14 years. And we have a total of 5 kids. Now,
We've always had 4.
we've
at
always
home.
had 4 in the house.
Yeah.
The oldest is in her 20s, but we have currently 4 older teenagers in
Yes.
the house, high school students.
Yes.
But they weren't always high school students.
No, they were not.
There was a time when they were babies, when they were little
Infants.
babies
not
and
toddlers.
toddlers. Babies and toddlers. We had
Babies and
babies too.
toddlers,
Babies
yeah.
and toddlers.
Yeah.
And as you can imagine, it is difficult to figure out how to maneuver having sex with people when you have a house full of kids.
Yeah. So for us, it was hard because we didn't. Sometimes we would have an empty weekend, but we didn't play or we didn't do a lot of activities like outings and stuff like that because we had little ones. So
Yeah.
when they weren't with us, we would be able to get out. But some people are they have biological kids all the time. Like they don't have anybody. We were lucky enough to be able to
There
get
was
rid of them.
sometimes, yeah, there was a
Yeah.
weekend every now and then where we would have the house to
And
ourselves.
so
It's been a long time.
yeah, we weren't very active anyway, but we were barely trying to get out there. We did have family around, so every now and then we would either get a babysitter or we would drop them off with a family member. And it
Yeah.
was only one, like a grandparent or something. But we get that question a lot, like how do you do it when you have
How do you
kids?
stay active in the lifestyle while
Yeah.
raising a family? I mean, that's really what it is.
Yeah.
How can you keep your foot in the 2 different worlds?
Yeah.
You know?
And because you wanna go if you're married, you wanna go with your partner,
Yeah.
and that's where it's like, "Okay, so what do we do with the kids?" It's expensive to get a babysitter,
It is, and
you know?
that's something that we have friends that deal with that. I mean, it's difficult. We had, dealt with it when our kids were younger. We had a babysitter who would come
Yeah.
through, and we would go out and that sort of thing, but, of course, we couldn't always host, and that was a problem that we found most people have. And I didn't realize how many people have that problem in the lifestyle. There's a lot of people that can't host,
There's a lot. Mhm.
whether they have roommates or they have kids or whatever the reason may be, there's just not a whole lot of people who can host.
Yeah.
And so our situation was not, uh, one that just doesn't come up. It's one that comes up often where people are going, well, I have kids at home and I can't have anybody come over.
Mhm.
Um, realistically, we have to consider the very first thing, which is priorities and communications. When you have kids, your priorities change.
Yes.
Um, your priorities shift over to the kids. Those are your number one priority. Uh, and realistically, the lifestyle should never be your number one priority. Unless you're just a single person who has nothing else but your community.
Yeah.
Realistically, we should have our family as our priority, our
Yeah.
spouse,
Yeah.
our significant
As
other, our
parents,
pal,
yeah.
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 Um, but I don't know how well that works out for everybody. I will tell you, and I was just telling somebody this the other day. To me, the biggest turn on a person could do, like, one of the things that really just turns me on about a person is if they're a good parent.
Yeah, because it shows that they're a good person.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And they have a big heart,
yeah,
and they take care, and they have their priorities straight.
yeah.
We've met people in the lifestyle who are absolutely shitty parents, and I'm sorry, but maybe some of you are listening. Some of y'all got your priorities just kinda whacked, you
Yeah.
know? I understand you wanna have fun, I understand you wanna play, but guess what? You also have kids at home that maybe they need your guidance a little bit.
Yeah,
They
they're
need your
still little.
space. Yeah.
We did not go out separately, so for us, it was very difficult. We always were together. So and we would only really do it maybe once a month, we would go out, if that. Um, they were really little, and you and I both discussed that they were our priority, and going out and all that was gonna come whenever it could.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, we didn't like to leave our kids with anybody. We didn't like that,
No,
we
and
didn't we
so
weren't very trusting.
we stayed home with the kids often. Now, it's funny, I was telling a friend of ours last night, we were at a big gathering or a meet and greet yesterday, and he, showed up solo, and his wife stayed home with the kids.
Yeah.
And I was telling him last night, I said, I have a great respect for what you're doing right now because I could not do it.
Yeah.
There's I probably could now,
Yeah, now is different.
but when we were younger
No.
and we had the kids were young and we would stay home with the kids, there was lots of stuff that we both wanted to do. And yeah, we could have easily said, "You know what? You go ahead and go. I'll stay home with the kids,"
Mhm.
which is what they did last night. I don't think I could have done it. And I just think we were in a different space back then. We couldn't have
Our
pulled that off.
relationship was different,
Yeah.
and our priorities were way different.
Yeah.
Different community as well.
Different community as well. Yeah. It made a big difference.
Yeah,
Made a
so
big
there's a lot of
difference.
variables on that, and yeah, I've noticed that, like, when, our friends don't have sitters or anybody, they will do shifts, and I'm like, "That's so cool."
Yeah, that's cool that they can do that. I mean, obviously, FOMO is the thing because, the person staying home has gotta be struggling.
She totally had FOMO.
Oh, big time. You know, that and I would too. Like, if I told you, "Yeah, you know what? Go ahead and go to the meet and greet, and I'll stay home with the kids." I would have been going crazy. I
Yeah,
would have had to find something to keep my mind busy the entire time,
yeah,
or something,
yeah,
because I would have been texting you the whole night going, "So how's it going? What's going on?
yeah,
What's happening? Can you live stream it?
yeah.
Can we FaceTime? Can you show me who you're talking to right now?"
I mean, I went to a thing during the week, and it was kind of FOMO-ish for you.
It was, and that's because that was an all
Just
girls thing.
women.
Yeah. Well, of course, that was FOMO for me. Are you kidding? I would love to be the only guy in the
Oh
group
my
of women. Are
goodness.
you kidding me?
Not I
Yes,
would love to I'd like
please.
to go everywhere with you, honey.
Oh
No.
my gosh. Are you kidding me? We go everywhere together.
I'm not gonna go with you anywhere.
I love you. You're my favorite partner in crime, and we don't commit crime because 'cause I'm a Boy Scout. But I do suffer from FOMO, not as bad as I used to.
Yeah.
I used to really, really struggle with it. I would sit there and, it's all I could think about sometimes. Um,
So, yeah,
it's different now.
is separating if you have to leave and one
I
has to
mean, if you
stay,
can do it,
freaking
fucking do it,
yeah.
man. Like, if you can do it, if your relationship is strong enough and the trust is there and everything like that, do it, Go have a good time, go enjoy yourselves in shifts,
And
in
shifts.
shifts, yeah.
Yeah. The worst thing is not the worst thing, but the hardest thing is, when you go by yourself, you wanna make sure that you, have somebody that you can be like, "Hey, I'm gonna go solo. Chill with me. I need a safe spot."
Yeah. Well, see, and that's my big thing. I'm a big believer in wherever you go, you gotta have a safe spot.
Mhm.
You gotta have that place where you can it's almost your home base, especially at meet and greets, big events where there's lots of people. You wanna be able to find a spot, set your shit up there, and then go, "Okay, let's walk around, let's mingle, and then we'll come back. And then we'll chill for a bit. And then let's walk around and mingle, and then let's come back. Let's chill for a bit."
Yeah.
You gotta have your safe spot. Sometimes the safe spot is an actual area. Sometimes the safe spot is a person or persons
Right.
that you can go up to and be like, "Okay, I just made my laps.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hang out with you guys now."
Yeah.
That sort of thing. Um, and so we used to require the safe spot, not so much anymore.
Yeah.
I think we're good now. Uh, our anxieties have lowered, so that's really changed a
Yeah.
lot. So that's
Yeah.
that's pretty good. But I think a good portion of it, not only priorities, but communication is really a big part of it. So, yeah, you went to that all women's thing, and let me tell you something, not only did I have FOMO, you didn't even take your phone in. You left your phone in the car in the
In
bag
the
in the
bag, I
car,
told our friend
and so
to
I'm,
text
like,
us.
texting you going, "Are you there?" And I could see your
No, I told
location,
you I was there. The last thing was I love you.
and then I'm like, no, no, no text messages, no. Oh, yeah, no, Priscilla left her phone."
I was like,
I
I was
was
already
like,
in the
"Isn't
water.
that convenient?" Because, if I was doing something swinger related and I left my phone in the car and somebody messaged you and said, "Oh, by the way, Adam's phone is in the car," you know what you would say? You'd say, "Well, tell him to go get the fucking phone from the
Yes.
car." Yeah.
Yes, I would've.
Yeah. Yeah, you and I are very
You should have
different.
said that.
No, girl.
It was in the bag
I
next to
have
me. Oh, man,
respect
I
I have
got it.
respect for my spouse.
Anyway, when you're doing things separately like that and you have the kiddos, like, communication just I think it can be done,
Communication's important all around, but especially in situations like that, especially when you have a family. You have to communicate
Yeah,
because you're not just communicating for you and your spouse, you're communicating for you, your spouse, and your family,
yeah.
you know?
And don't worry, I mean, the community is there. We're not going anywhere.
The community is always there.
Yeah.
And I think so this is what it's been explained to me, a lot of people struggle with this. This is the reason why they struggle taking breaks. This is the reason why they struggle when they have kids and they can't go to every single event. They're afraid that if they do not show up to every single event, if they don't stay in front
Mhm.
of all of these people, that they will get forgotten.
I mean, there's so many people. You will not get forgotten, but there's just a lot of people. There's a lot of people that people just forget people even when we see them like at all the events.
Yeah, I mean, whether you're there or not, the community is gonna keep going.
It's gonna keep going.
And it's I'm sorry, but we're all members of the community, but we are not the community. Like, it doesn't revolve around a certain
Right.
person. Like, we're
Yeah.
all a part of it.
Yes.
So, yeah, I understand that feeling of, "Man, I sure hope nobody forgets about us," because maybe when you're showing up to every event, you feel like everybody knows you and everybody likes you and everybody wants to spend time with you, and then you take some time off and then you show up and maybe there's some new faces that you ain't
Yes.
seen.
Yeah,
And
because people join every
every
day.
day, it's a thing. And so that's really something that needs to be kept in mind is it's okay to take breaks because you're gonna have the community there,
Mhm, mhm.
and they're gonna be there when you come back. If you can't come out, but maybe once every couple of months, then make sure when you do that it's a really good event.
Yes. Yeah. No. It's, it's the priority of you still wanna be inclusive or not inclusive, but you wanna still, like, mingle and at least get some type of adventure not really adventures, what is it called? Like, just go out and meet people, right?
That's the big thing.
And that's where a lot of our friends kinda struggle when they have kids. It's the having the, "Okay, man, how many times if I just do it once a month, is that enough?" The ones that we were talking about, they try to shoot up a few things, whether they're together or separate. Like, they really do make an effort.
Yeah.
And they have little ones, and I know it's hard because we've been there. We were there with 4 little ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think they're doing
Well, so
amazing.
the interesting thing that we see a lot of, and this this can run hot or cold, but the thing that I see a lot of that people do is they'll get close to, like, say a couple gets close to another couple, and they really like their vibe, and
Yeah.
it's almost like it's more than sex. There's a really good connection, they become really good friends, and guess what? They both have kids.
Yeah.
So then they're gonna say, "Okay, well, you know what? Hey, I've got the kids this weekend. I've got no sitter, but I really wanna see you guys. Let's go out. Let's take the kids out."
Yeah.
So then before you know it, the kids are getting to know each other, and the families have commingled now, and the connection has gotten stronger. There are goods and bads to that. The goods are
There is.
that you can spend time with these people whenever you want, whether you have kids or not, because guess what? Everybody gets along, everybody knows each other,
Right.
and it's all good.
Right.
The bad news is that you've just made a very, very strong connection in the lifestyle that can go either one of 2 ways. Either it can be, you know, a really strong friendship, possibly blossom into a relationship, who knows, whatever your plans are, or it's gonna dissolve and fizzle or something to that effect and break apart, and then
Yeah.
the families kinda suffer from that,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
It's
So it's got its goods and its
it's got its
bads.
goods and its bads, and it's hard, but like everything, you kinda have to maneuver through that. Kids are resilient,
They are,
and things fizzle.
they do, and so that's the thing that, I we used to be very, very against introducing our kids to anybody
Yeah.
because we didn't want them to figure
We
things
didn't
out.
and we didn't know that we didn't know how to tell people, "Hey, this is vanilla." Like, we were brand new.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't know how to use those kind of
Well,
words, like,
also where we were at. I mean, it was just a very different
very
community, and I feel
different.
like we're gonna say that over and over again, but
Yeah.
it was a very different community at a
Yeah.
very different time. That same community has changed, that same area, that whole everything has changed. It's almost like it's been overhauled. This is a different time now,
Right.
and they've had to change with the times for the better. But I really, really think that for our situation, when the kids were littler, they had its goods and its bads compared to its now as well. Like, it's both have goods and bads, and they're both different.
Right.
So when the kids were little, it was bad because we had to get a babysitter to watch them in order to get out,
Yes.
and that sucked because it
It
was
was
either gonna
expensive.
cost us money
Yeah.
or we had to find a family member to watch the kids or what. It was a pain. We couldn't enjoy ourselves. And then when we would go out, like, say we would meet a couple for dinner, you were on your phone checking on the kids all night long.
All the time.
And I was constantly apologizing for you because it's like, "Sorry, guys, she's not into this because she's checking on the kids. It
Yeah.
has nothing to do with
I
y'all,"
would check
you
on
know?
the cameras,
It
I
was
would check on
constant,
it was constant.
constant, constant, and they're not little anymore.
Even now, like, we were out last night. We had our big ones at home, or, like, 3 of them were home, but the other one was coming in from out of town. Like, I was on my phone making sure
These are
everyone
teenagers, man,
everyone was
like, you
coordinating.
don't need to be like, they're
Yeah.
fine,
So I
but
understand parents,
as
like,
little ones,
yeah,
that was the hard part was
that
that they
was
it was expensive, we had somebody to watch 'em. The good part is that they didn't have any real understanding of this whole other world. They didn't question things. It was like, "Oh, that's mom and dad's friends," if we had friends hanging around, or
mhm.
they're just going to hang out with friends. They didn't think anything of it.
Mm-mm. No.
Now they're older, and they don't require us to be around anymore. As a matter of fact, they told us, "Hey, we're good. You guys can y'all can go have
Yeah, we
fun."
give them our debit card, they
Yeah.
have a car.
So they don't really require us now. We have our weekends available. We can go do our thing, but now they're older and they know. They know.
They know.
And realistically, do we openly talk about the lifestyle to our kids? Eh, not really, but we also don't really keep quiet either. I
Yeah.
mean, so here's the lowdown. Our situation's a little bit different. When we came out as poly, Chris came out as bi, and that was back in like 2015, 2016. I think it was 2015. When we came out as poly, we came out as poly to our kids, and we thought it was important to do so because this was a lifestyle change, and we were going to start dating outside the marriage. And the city that we lived in was very small.
It was very s
And so I really didn't I wanted to get ahead of this as soon as possible, and we
right.
had to have the discussion with the kids, and it was a hard discussion to have because they were still little. They weren't little, little, but they were little.
Yeah.
And it was hard
Our
for the
bigger ones were old enough to maybe understand, but
it took a little bit. We had to talk because we explained to them what we were doing, and they immediately thought we were getting a divorce. And it was
yeah.
like, "No, no, 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 no." And we had to explain things, you know? We had to explain uh, what we meant by when we said we had an open relationship. And so we did that for 5 years, and they knew that we dated. And after that 5 years, we told them, "Okay, we're not poly anymore,
Yeah.
but we still have an open relationship." Now, we didn't say, "We're still sexually open," because that's just a weird thing to tell your
Yeah.
kids. But we did say, "We are still an open relationship."
Yeah.
As time went on, and these are high school students,
Mhm.
as time went on, they hear us talking, they hear us saying certain things, that we've had really good friends come by with their kids and have dinner at the house and things like that. They're not dumb.
No.
And, one of our kids was really curious and brought it up, and we don't lie.
No.
And it's like, you've obviously put this stuff together. So, yes, this is a part of what we do,
Yeah.
but we don't go into details about it,
No.
but they do understand, and they also know that we have a podcast. I mean, that's really made things a lot easier because they
Yeah.
know that mom and dad have a sex podcast,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it's one of those things where we raise these kids in a very open, communicative household.
Mhm.
When I first started having my kids, I thought back to my days as a kid. And I remember struggling to be honest with my parents. I remember not feeling like I could tell them anything. And it was
Yeah.
primarily because of how they reacted to stuff. I didn't feel like I could trust them with certain
I
information.
mean, yeah.
They were inconsistent with how they responded to stuff. So I said, I don't want to be that parent.
Right.
And so we raised these kids to be very open and honest.
Yeah.
We're consistent with how we handle things. They know that they can come up to us and talk to us about anything.
Yeah. So it's a very open communication, just like our relationship.
Mhm.
We have the same kind of relationship with the kids. And so it has made it easier. And it does make it easier that they're older. And there's, you know, if it was just one kid, that would be a little different. There's 4.
There's 4.
There's
Mm.
2 usually always there's 2 that are always here.
Yeah,
Um, and there's 2 that are not. And
right.
so life has gotten a little easier, and that's why Adam and I have just started, like, maybe 2 years ago, started really going out
Yeah,
and making friends, but before that, we would sit back and we would be like, "Are there even people that we could be friends with?" Like,
yeah,
our situation is so hard, like, how do people do it when they have
and we
kids?
really thought we were,
And
like, the only
we
ones.
really thought, "Oh my god, we're the only human beings that are swingers with
Yeah,
kids." Um, it's a difficult thing, like,
yeah,
we are it's easier now, and I
yeah.
do give props to the ones that have the little ones and have worked it through
Mhm.
to where one goes out and the other one doesn't. Like like Adam said, he couldn't do that. I probably couldn't do that because I wouldn't give my whole attention to people. Um, it's a distraction sometimes, but I'm just a controlling helicopter mom.
Yes.
So,
Yes, you are.
but yeah.
But I do find it fascinating, and, that's something that when we talk to others in the lifestyle who have kids
Mhm.
and they wanna hang out with us, but they're like, "Oh, man, we've got this going on this weekend, and then it's this, so we really have to plan, like, for next month."
Yes.
And they always tell us this with this shame in their voice, like, "I'm sorry, guys." And it's like, "Dude, we understand.
Mhm.
Like,
Mhm.
we get it. Trust me. If there's anybody who understands what it's like to navigate this lifestyle while having kids, it's us,
Yeah.
because we've had to do it. The reason why they feel they have to say it that way is because there's so many people out there who either don't have kids or do have kids and aren't good parents.
Yeah.
And they pressure those of us who take care of our kids on a regular basis and go, "Are you serious? You can't get out tonight?
Yeah.
Like, come on,
Yeah.
guys. Like,
Yeah.
it's a Thursday night. Can't you just meet us for happy hour?" "No, fool. I have family dinner
Yes.
every night on
Yeah,
the weeknights. Like, this is how we do our family. No, I can't break away and go get drunk on a Wednesday.
exactly.
It doesn't work that way.
Yeah,
I have kids,
yeah. It's a thing.
and I always said there's just a lot of people who just don't get it.
Yeah. Now another topic, or not another topic, but another key point is keeping your privacy.
Totally.
Keeping your privacy with a family, right? Because you don't want, like, for us, we have our social medias, and there are family social medias, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
I am very particular about who is on my friends list.
Mm.
I have to at least meet you. Um, when my kids were little, I didn't really post a lot in groups that we were in, but I don't post my kids on the groups.
Right. Right.
Pictures that are on groups are just of myself and just of you.
Yeah.
But say you have a social media and it's public. How do you protect your kids from that? And what do you do?
Yeah, and,
Like,
that's really the difficult part. So what I notice a lot of people do is they have their personal social media that they use for family and friends and that sort of thing, vanilla friends, and then they also do a lifestyle
yeah,
profile,
yeah,
and they utilize that for the groups and this and that, and it's purely lifestyle based. Now, I don't do that personally. I am open in my lifestyle, and I'm really just kind of done hiding.
yeah,
We did it for so long. I'm done
yeah,
hiding. This is kind of who we are. Obviously, we have a
yeah,
podcast,
yeah.
but I'm just that's I don't need we don't need to be discreet like we used to have to be.
Correct.
Now, we're not pushing it in our kids' faces. We're not pushing it in anybody's faces at all. But I utilize my Facebook for you know, personal
Yeah, like,
purposes,
whatever.
and we obviously advertise the podcast on there and this and that, but I don't put overly sexual stuff on my regular Facebook page either.
Correct. Yeah,
I utilize that in the groups,
correct.
you know?
Yeah,
There is a balance.
there is.
Now, when I post pictures of myself on my personal Facebook page, a lot of my friends, our friends, our lifestyle friends, and they flirt.
Yeah,
They'll flirt openly, and now this was something that we dealt with, like, a year or so ago. We've only recently been okay with this, but we used to have a lot of lifestyle friends on our personal Facebooks, and when you would post a picture, and some of these guys would flirt with you, or they'd say some quote, unquote, "inappropriate" things
yeah,
on your pictures.
and it would be a regular picture.
Yeah, and we would have people come up to us and be like, "That was inappropriate."
Yeah, lifestyler,
Yeah, yeah.
lifestyler.
Lifestylers going, that's kind of inappropriate."
Yeah,
Um, you know, we finally said, "You know what? Who cares?
yeah,
This is our lifestyle. We don't really care. People can openly flirt with us. It is what it is. We openly discuss it. We don't care about that anymore." But there was a time where it was we still hadn't shaken
yeah,
that.
and so, like, if you wanna keep it private, you create a second Facebook. Create a second Facebook profile, and you can add that to your groups.
Yeah,
You don't
yeah.
have to use your personal. Um, vet people. So, like, if you're for me, like I said, unless I know you, I'm probably not gonna friend you. I'm not gonna accept your friendship,
Mm,
or I usually ask you. But if you wanna have one profile, just do people that you meet, people that you trust, people that you know. And if you don't like something, if you have a public profile like we do, and someone posts something underneath or comments something, you can always delete it. But that is something that you have a chance to take. Like,
yeah.
that's just
And,
something that
that's dealing with online, but let me tell you something also.
uh-huh.
When you reach a certain degree of, I guess, public facing kind of situation, like us, for example,
Mhm.
we have the podcast, people kind of know us. Um, we can go to like the gym with
Yeah.
our kids
Yes.
and run into somebody who knows us from the lifestyle. And in a situation like that, how do we navigate that? when somebody comes up to you and goes, "Hey, I know you. You're so and so from the podcast and from the groups and this and that." And it's like, well, this is my daughter next to me. Like,
Yeah, and
how do you navigate
how do you
this?
navigate it, right? So, I actually it's so funny that you said that. My situation wasn't like that, but I was at the local grocery store here, and there was a couple, and I said hi to them, and I was with our kid,
Yeah,
and she's like, "Mom, how do you know them?" And I was like, "Oh, they're just friends." But it's like the question, depending on how nosy your children are,
yeah,
you know? But, like,
yeah.
for us, when we see anybody that's a lifestyler and their friends, we are very discreet. One, we're parents.
Right.
Um, we're not those people, but what happens when you meet those people?
There are people out there that are in the groups and in the community that just don't know how to read the room. They don't
Yeah.
understand what's inappropriate and
Yeah.
what's appropriate. And it's actually been discussed before as to what happens when somebody hits on your kid,
Right.
and your kid is obviously not in the lifestyle, but this person just assumes and thinks it's okay. That's a no bueno moment right
That is
there.
a no, no, no
Yeah,
moment.
yeah, and that I mean, frankly, that deserves an ass kicking. I'm
That's
just saying,
right.
and I'm not a violent person, but don't be hitting on my kid,
No.
you know what I mean?
No.
So realistically, privacy is a big, big part of the puzzle.
Yes. Yes. Now, going back and forth, you have older kids. Like you said, we discussed it with our kids, right?
Right.
But not everybody wants to do that,
No,
right?
not
So,
everybody has the communication levels that we do with
and
our
not
kids.
every detail needs to be told if you're going to discuss it with your kids because your lifestyle, your sex life is not your kids' business,
No,
right? I mean, we are a very open family, but we're not
we're not that open.
we're not that open. We're not like, "Hey, honey, you want to take me to the room so we can have sex?" No. We
No.
are respectful to our children
Yeah,
and our children are respectful to us.
right.
So we are open, we are honest, but we discuss things like consent. We have 3 boys, we discuss
Mhm.
consent, we discuss how you should act, we discuss
Respect.
honesty, just respect. Um, we don't have to disclose
You don't
specifics,
have to get into details, you don't have to talk about flavored lubes, you don't have to get into all of that stuff. All you have to do is make sure that they understand that we are we are very much in love with each other.
Yeah.
Mom and dad are still here, but we like to hang out with our friends. Realistically, that's all they need to know is
Yeah.
mom and dad have friends
Yeah.
and we're very close to our friends.
And say they overheard a conversation or they're like, those friends are I haven't seen them around before.
Right.
We don't really bring people around unless we absolutely trust them, like,
Yeah.
absolutely trust them. But if your kids start asking questions, and they're older, you can
I mean,
discuss as
you
much as
know
you
your
want. You
kids.
know
You
your
know your
kids.
kids, you
Yes.
know how you raise them,
Yes.
you know the communication level, you know what you can and can't share. You
Yes.
know how to say these things.
Yeah.
So, who better to figure that out than the person who knows?
Yeah.
Tailor the message to them
Yes.
very
Yes.
easily.
It's not a hard thing. And like he said, you know your kids.
Yeah,
You know what
but
you can.
be able to have the uncomfortable conversation because let me tell you, if you're gonna be in the lifestyle, you need to know how to have an uncomfortable conversation.
Yes. Yes. And healthy relationships.
Healthy.
That's pretty much what you're teaching your kid.
Yeah.
Um, we have a we have a kiddo that changes girlfriends like
Like he's changing his
underwear.
socks. Yeah.
It's you go socks, I go underwear.
Which is funny because you don't wear any.
But he does.
Mm.
So it's be respectful, but that kid, I'm always like, you could just be honest to the girl and just be like, "Well, I'm dating this one, but I really want to date this one and I really want to date that one." And if that
Mhm. Mhm.
girl
But see, you said that to me the other day. And it's like I explained to you. When I was in high school, I f I was poly-minded back then.
Right.
I didn't even know that that was a thing. I just
Right.
knew that I was into all of these different girls, and I'd be in a relationship, and I'd be like, "Man, why can't I be with this one?
Yeah.
And why can't I be with that one?" And what I realized was that I was poly back then and didn't realize it. There's no way that a high school girl can have that kind of emotional intelligence to say, "Okay, yeah, you can date me and you can date her." No, high school girls are insecure about themselves. So are high school boys, obviously. Everybody in high school is very insecure about themselves. And it's very difficult to pull that off
Yeah.
successfully. So you were saying all that and I was like, there's no way. There's just no
But it's
way.
a different time.
It is a different
This is
time.
a different time
But
now.
the insecurities are
These
still there, boo
the
boo.
it is, and you're right, but it's a different time. Kids are now figuring out there's more bisexuality.
There is.
There's more
It's accepted more.
curiosity. Yeah.
It's
And
accepted more.
so, things like that come up and it's like, I know, but just be open and honest. If you're going to want that, like, that's just all it's about.
We grew up with the gay jokes.
Yes. Yeah. Um, we grew up with people calling, if you were bi, you were a lesbian, you were dyke, you were doing all kinds of things. And it's like, no, now it's more accepted.
Yeah, well, I remember being in high school and every time there was an issue, they would call you gay, and of course, even if you were gay, you would get defensive about that because it was such a negative connotation. And it's like, what the hell? Why are you referring to me like that? And I don't think it's as bad as it used to be when it comes to that. I
Yes.
think it's more accepting now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a different time.
It is a different time. Yeah.
So now this one is sexual energy and parenting.
Sexual energy, huh?
Why it matters in the swinging lifestyle. It's because you're still a sexual being. We're not just mom and dad,
Yeah,
you
but
know?
see, so this is where you and I have always been ahead of the game because you and I are very affectionate with each
Yeah.
other. We're constantly cuddling, we're always touching each other, we're kissing. We have kissing sessions in the kitchen, we dance. Our kids have seen this since they were babies.
Yes.
They have seen our connection, they've
Yeah.
seen our love for each other, and I wanted to normalize that because I didn't grow up in a household like that.
Yeah.
I wanted our kids to see just how much affection we had for
Yeah.
each other,
Yeah.
and I wanted them to see that it was okay.
Yeah.
So that's the household that they grew up in. They always knew that dad was hot for mom and mom was hot for dad.
I grew up in a household like
I
this.
didn't grow up in a
Yeah.
household
My
like
parents were always all over each other.
Yeah,
Yeah. They were always kissing. They were always hugging. They were always
and it was
dancing.
normal for you.
My dad was always flirting with my mom,
Yeah.
always grabbing her butt.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
the kinda household that we
Yeah.
have. Yeah.
Um, my dad and my mom, both my parents were always hugging us, loving on us,
Mhm.
doting on us. Um, Even my siblings, we were like that. So it's a very affectionate family and we are a very affectionate family.
Yeah,
Um, and so yeah, so they grew up looking at that and they got to know mom and dad are just not mom and dad.
right.
We are sexual beings. We want to show each other affection, right? But parenting is hard.
Parenting is hard, it's
It's
exhausting.
exhausting
Yeah,
and
mentally
and
exhausting.
being in the lifestyle kind of recharges you
It can.
and kind of gives you a little break from the norm.
When we were in the thick of raising the kids,
Yeah.
and they were very little, and so we would get out maybe once a quarter.
Yeah.
So once every 3 months, we
If
would go out, if
that.
that. It was very few times, but we were still active in the lifestyle. It was just very few, and we weren't making the friendships we wanted to.
No.
It was more sexual conquest. It was more, "Let's just get this experience and go." But what was good about it was we could have the one experience, and it could be very hot and enjoyable, and we would come home and we already had an amazing sex life, and it's almost like that experience once every few months would just keep it recharged
Yeah.
and still make it hot, and we would talk about it for months,
Yeah.
and we would have sex and have the conversation during sex and talk about, "Oh, well, you did this and I did that,
Yeah.
and it was hot," you know? Um, it helped keep the spice.
Yes.
Because, like I said, we have always had a healthy sex life, but add that into it once every now and then and forget it, like, it's really
It really bonds us. Like,
yeah.
it's our time,
Yes,
you know? We're busy.
we
We
are.
are extreme our Monday through Friday,
Mm, that's a lot.
our Monday through Sunday, when we
Ugh,
have them all,
it is a
it
lot.
is exhausting. Like,
So
it's a bit they're busy days,
they are very yeah.
and we juggle between us 2. We are full-time employees.
Yes.
We are business owners.
Yes.
We are parents to 4 active children.
Yeah, and last I checked, it takes time to do these podcasts.
Yeah, and, like, doing things like this takes away, right?
Right.
We have to find time.
Yeah.
So, being in a lifestyle, it does. It brings a bond, makes us reconnect,
Yeah.
things like that. So, it's a healthy balance, but it did take a while to get here,
Yes, yes, absolutely.
you
It
know?
was tough. There were times where I was like, this is pretty much gonna be it. Like, we would have a year where maybe we played twice
Yeah,
and be like,
and we've
this
always
is
had a
fine."
strong relationship,
Oh, yeah.
but this is like you said, it adds to it, you know?
Yeah. It makes it hotter.
Yeah,
I mean, what's wrong
and
with that?
getting away kinda nurtures it and
Yeah.
kinda makes it
Well, let me tell you something, and I'm gonna tell you this because we're exploring more separate stuff now.
yeah,
We still do a lot as a couple, but every now and then we'll explore a little bit of separate. I love you so much and we're together all the time, but now you go away for a little bit and I really miss you.
yeah,
And you come home and it's like, "Oh my gosh, I'm ravaging you,"
yeah,
you know? Whereas we may have sex, but then you take off and you go do your thing and you come back and I just cannot get enough.
yeah,
You know what I mean? It's just
yes.
adding that heat. It adds that spice.
Yeah,
Yeah, I dig it.
yeah, I like it.
I dig it.
Now, I have a question for you.
Yeah, you do. Ask me, baby. Give it to me.
What's one way the lifestyle has made you a better parent?
Oh, well, that's a tough one. I don't think that the lifestyle has made me a better parent. I think that being a good parent has made me better at the lifestyle.
Yeah,
And what I mean by that is I have always been a great parent. And that's one of the few things that you will hear me say with 100% confidence. There is nothing that I have meant to do in this world and be a dad.
yeah,
This is the best job that I've ever had. I love what I do. I am great at parenting these kids, and I didn't think I would. I
yeah,
didn't think that this was gonna be my bag, but it is. And so I'm already a really great dad. I know how to talk to my kids. I know the household that I wanted to live in. I knew that it needed to have open communication.
yes,
I knew that it needed to have love and trust and affection. And it's the same stuff that I apply to our relationship. So everything that I apply to our relationship and our relationship with our kids, I apply to others in the lifestyle.
yeah,
And
yeah,
because of that, I have open communication with everybody that we talk to.
mhm,
I am very affectionate and I'm very loving with the people that are in our circle. And it just creates a tighter connection, a better bond. And hey, I'm I'm genuine, dude. Like this is not a persona. This is me.
right,
I am that person. You come up to me and have a conversation with me, guess what? I am like this all the time. I'm like this with my kids. I'm like this with my wife. I'm like this with my friends. I'm
yeah,
like this at work. I am like this all the time. And so I would not be like this if it weren't for me being a parent.
yeah,
And so really, yes, one did help the other, but it was being a good dad helped me be better at the lifestyle. And you have to kind of take that on. You have to
well
apply
put,
that.
sir.
Thank you.
Let's do a little clappy clap.
Oh, thank you.
You did
Well, what
good.
about you though? I mean,
I mean,
realistically,
I will agree. I'm a great mom, and I don't think the lifestyle has anything to do with that.
I don't see how it could.
I don't even know how it could. Yeah. But
Unless you're talking time management. If you learn time management and you
yeah,
apply that to your family, then you should have figured that out before.
yeah. No, that's the reason we have good time management because I'm such a good parent on time management.
Man, we have our calendars and
We have our calendars everywhere,
we have a family calendar that we share with the kids. We have our own personal calendars that we share with each other.
and the
We
kids
have a
sometimes.
podcast calendar. We have a lifestyle calendar
Mhm.
where we put in different events and couples that we wanna connect with and set up
Yeah,
dates. Like, we have to have this organized for our time management because we cannot pull it off
yeah,
if we
and,
don't.
as a parent, yes, you're in the lifestyle. Also, make some time to reconnect with your spouse.
Yes.
You know, parenting, lifestyling is a lot. The 2 things are a lot. Take some time, have a dinner before you go to a meet and greet,
Yeah.
have a dinner after, just reconnect with each other, and then once you've done that, you go and you reconnect with your family.
Yes.
Like, they're 2 different not 2 different personas because the way we are, like Adam said, we are the same way all the time, but, we're mom and dad here. We're
Yes.
very controlling here. Um, a little break, a little mental break is nice.
I love
I gotta
being with the
say
kids and we can be with the kids all day long, but then we need to do some adult
yeah,
socializing, and that's great. But then we have months where it's like every weekend, adult socializing, adult socializing, adult
it's a
socializing.
lot.
And then we're like, you know what? We need a few weekends. Let's chill with the kids.
Yeah,
Let's take them on a trip. Or sometimes we'll just chill here, watch TV, and put our phones away.
yeah.
I
You
mean, you
know,
got to.
this month is very busy.
Yes.
This weekend is very busy.
Hmm.
We have birthday,
Yeah.
we have Mother's Day,
Yes.
we have another birthday coming up,
Yes.
graduation,
True.
and then summertime.
Yes.
And summertime, we lose 2 kiddos.
That we do.
So we really try to get in our time when we have them all, we wanna do something with them.
Mm,
So the balancing is good, and we have a lot of social events this weekend.
yeah.
Like, we're everywhere.
Oh my god, we are.
Like, we are everywhere, and it's
Ugh,
exhausting,
so
but
tiring.
it is nice to we're gonna go spend some time with them.
Yeah,
Then tonight we're gonna go out, and
yeah.
tomorrow is Mother's Day.
Tomorrow is Mother's Day, and you know what? We have all the kids.
We have all the
I'm gonna
kids.
make you some nice food,
Yes.
and we're gonna have a day. And, on days like that, you and I, we get on our phones and we'll cuddle on the couch. We'll get on our phones and we'll text the people that we talk to and do that whole thing. And we'll get on Facebook. And then at some point, it's like, okay, it's us time. And we'll
Yeah.
both put away our phones
Yeah.
and we'll cuddle and we'll pay attention to each other. You have to be able to know how to flip that switch
Yes.
and be able
And
to
don't
say, okay, that's enough.
apologize.
Don't
Do not
apologize.
apologize.
No.
You are a busy person.
Yeah.
You are your own person. Like,
You don't know anybody
you
an
don't
explanation except to your family
do
and
not
your spouse.
yeah, don't apologize. Like, everyone should know we all have other lives.
Yeah. I used to feel real bad, like, if, say, we had a date with a couple and then there was an emergency with a kid, like a kid got sick or something like that, I used to feel horrible because I felt like people were thinking, "Oh, that's a lie. They just don't wanna see us." And that was,
Yeah.
me overthinking, that was a lot of anxieties, and I just felt horrible for having to cancel at the last minute because of stuff like that. Um, Now time has passed, we've been doing this for a while, and I am very unapologetic when it comes to things with my kids. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, we can even put on, an event, and if we have to cancel hours before because there's an emergency, well, so be it, but
And,
I'm
you
sorry, but
know,
I'm not sorry.
the community that we're in, there's a lot of parents, there's a lot of
A lot
adults.
of people that understand
And I
that.
mean, like,
Yeah,
they're all adults, but I mean, like, they're a little older, there are ages, so
right.
they all understand. Um, but yeah, it's a balance.
It's a balance,
It's a
yeah.
fun little
It's a
balance.
balancing act, just like everything else that's regarding this lifestyle. It's a balancing act. It's how do you manage your time
Mhm.
to reconnect with your spouse? How do you manage your time to spend time with the kids and still make time to go out and not only hobnob with people, but get some sexual time in. Like,
Yeah.
that's not the easiest
That is not
thing.
easy, and, there's ways to coordinate it, like he said, we do our calendar a month out, like, we already have all the way up to July, like, we are booked, there's times that we can get in here and there, but coordinate. If you can't
Coordinate.
host,
Yeah.
coordinate with the person.
Yeah.
Um,
We have put stuff in our calendar 2 months in
you
advance
know
because that's the only time that we and the other couple could make time, because they have kids and we have kids.
Yeah,
I think I think we put something in the calendar like 3 months ahead
yeah,
once,
yeah,
it's like w I'm a big believer in if you like somebody, if you want to see them, you're gonna make the time to see them, and I know that there's a lot of people that argue, well, not everybody has that opportunity, not everybody has the chance to get away. That's true, but even if it's in 3 months, you're making an effort to see them,
yeah, like,
you know?
plan ahead.
Plan
It's
ahead.
okay to plan ahead.
Yeah.
We we have to.
Man, there's no
We
other
don't
way.
have a choice,
Yeah.
and it's nice because the people that are around us are the same way. Like,
Mhm.
we do not have a choice. I'm about to set up an event, and I'm gonna have to do it 2 months out
Yeah,
because
possibly 3.
yeah, because we're busy.
We're busy, and I know a lot of other people are busy, and, I find that we tend to gravitate more towards people that have kids than people who don't.
Yeah, because our
Uh,
schedules align sometimes.
and it's just easier to relate to somebody who has
Yeah,
kids than somebody who doesn't. Most people who don't have kids, they're going out during the week,
yeah.
and they're doing this and they're doing that, and stuff that we just feel like we cannot
Yeah,
do.
no, we are not, and it's funny because our friends know this. Like, last night we were out, and we were out till, like, midnight,
Oh.
and friends were coming up to us or coming up to me, and they were like, "It's past your bedtime." And I'm like, "It's, like, 3 hours past my bedtime. Like,
We really made an effort.
do not even mention it to me because my body will shut down."
Oh,
As soon as we got in the car,
yeah, you were, like, spaced out.
I was already tired, like, my body is tired and sleepy.
Yeah.
We get up early, like, our day starts
Oh,
early.
dude, we crashed out probably about 2:30, and we woke up at 6:30, almost 7,
Hit
to
the
go
gym.
hit the gym. We've
Yeah,
been going ever
yeah.
since.
And so just prioritize, try to figure out your schedules,
Yeah.
communicate with your partner, try to work out something that works for you guys.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Facebook groups, there's a lot of events, there's a lot of people that are like-minded on there.
Yeah.
Go on your group and be like, "Hey, I need a little break, but we have kids. Anybody out, that wants to maybe grab some lunch? My kids are this age. How old are your kids?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's if you trust your community, there are people that are like you
Yeah.
in the same boat.
But, well, for me, it's kind of funny because I was thinking about this. I can I like to get out. I like to see people. It's something I enjoy. I like to socialize now that I'm getting past this anxiety. I'm enjoying socializing. But I notice that if I have to stay home for a while, I'm gonna be okay because I have conversations with these people on the phone. Like, I have texting and messaging conversations, so I'm never out of the loop. Um, I don't really have FOMO because of that. A lot of
Mhm.
our friends, they go to these different events, and it's like, they'll shoot me pictures when they're out, and it's like, "Oh, how cool," and they'll text me. So, I never feel like I'm outside of the loop. I may not be physically present, but I'm still filling that meter up.
Right.
I'm still filling that social meter
Right.
up. So I don't feel like I so, you can essentially make your contacts. Yeah, you may not be able to schedule a dinner date for a couple of months, but guess what? You can have a text message conversation and really get to know each other
Yeah.
until then
Yeah.
and still have stuff to talk about. And if it's 2 months out and you're having conversations every single day, and then all of a sudden you realize, "We have nothing left to talk about," well, guess what? You can cancel that and go your separate ways because you just realize, "Okay, we done figured this out. This
Yeah,
isn't gonna work,"
exactly.
you know?
Exactly.
I just feel like having those conversations daily, I'm still able to connect, and I don't necessarily have to go out. So, like, if we took I think there was a spell of time where I was home for 3 weekends in a row,
Yes.
not too long ago.
Yes.
And by the 3rd weekend, I was getting a little stir crazy.
It was a month ago.
Whatever. Anyways, I was still getting there, but I wasn't going as crazy because I was still having conversations with people. People were,
Yeah.
keeping me company, that whole thing. So it was nice. I was still getting my socialization out.
Yeah, of course. So yeah, it's a good little balance. And if you can make it work, make it work.
Absolutely. I'm gonna make it work. I'm gonna work it, girl. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna make it
We
work,
must be
make
getting
it
to the
work.
end of the show.
What?
Tomorrow is Mother's Day.
Tomorrow is Mother's Day, so
So
all you
let
fantastic
me
ladies out there who are mothers, what?
I want to say it.
You're a mom. You don't wish moms happy Mother's Day. The guy has to do
Okay,
it.
go.
Okay. Hey, girl, I just wanna say, I know you're a mom. I know you're a MILF, 'cause you're a mom I'd like to fuck. I'm sorry. Okay. No, but really, to all our listeners out there, all over Texas, all over the US, all over the world, if you're a mom, I just wanna I wanna say happy Mother's Day. I hope you enjoy your day. I hope you have a wonderful day of appreciation and love and just get those good feels out, and
Yes.
that also goes to my beautiful wife. I hope you have a wonderful Mother's Day, and that is a bit more in my control. I will ensure you have a good Mother's Day. I am going to feed you lots of sausage.
Yay.
That's right, and chicken and waffles.
Chicken and waffles. I
So,
am getting guys, let me
all
tell
about it.
you,
She's all about it.
every Mother's Day, he makes me a breakfast. And my favorite breakfast is chicken and waffles.
That's right.
He does the tenders, he does my
I try to
waffles.
change it up every year, different variations of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a pretty simple person. So that and he makes me like a little fruit thingy-majigger, and so
Yeah.
I'm so looking forward. When the kids were little, they would help you.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and
Now they're
now
older and it's I don't know.
you just rather do it
I'd rather
yourself.
do it myself.
Yeah, and life has gotten easier where you could just go buy tenders and buy me waffles, and I'm good, just set it all up for me. If I don't have to do it, it's even better.
Yeah.
Like, you take care of it all,
Right.
so yes, I'm excited about tomorrow's breakfast.
Yeah, it'll be good, it'll be good, but, I really feel like all of you mothers out there, all of y'all deserve the gratitude that we can give you, um, because without you guys, we would have
So
nothing.
happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day to all of
Feliz
you.
Dia de los Madres
Yes, that means Happy Mother's Day.
to all of you beautiful women,
I should have kept
and
saying it in Spanish the whole thing.
a todas las mujeres bonitas,
Mm,
feliz Dia de las Madres.
so hot. You're so
Ojalá que descansen y que tengan un día muy feliz.
okay, yeah, you hear that? That means yeah. So, you heard the message. Happy Mother's Day to you all. I hope that everybody has a great weekend. And, we're going to be here. We're going to be here next week. We're going to be here the week after. We're not going anywhere. So stick with us
Yeah,
because we've got a lot happening. We've got a lot happening.
we do.
So, with that, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate you guys pulling up a chair and sitting down with us and having a nice little breakfast chat with us. We hope to see you guys next week.
Bye.